Hey everyone, Dan Foster here at Building Champions. One of the hardest things about leading through uncertainty is knowing when to act and when to just simply wait. And at Building Champions, we've had the privilege of coaching literally thousands of leaders through seasons of uncertainty. And we've seen just how much pressure a leader can feel to act when the path forward just isn't clear. When things feel uncertain, there's just this natural pressure that we all feel to do something, to make a decision or to change our plans or to fix the problem. And sometimes that's exactly what you're supposed to do as a leader. But other times we can make a permanent decision in response to something that's temporary, and that isn't good. A tough quarter doesn't always mean the strategy is wrong. Throw it away. One disappointing result doesn't mean someone is the wrong person for the role they're in. And a stressful season doesn't necessarily mean that you need to make a major life change. Sometimes we just need to give ourselves enough space to separate what's really happening from how we're feeling about what's happening. So when I'm facing an important decision in the middle of uncertainty, I've learned to slow down and ask myself a few questions. Is this a pattern or is it just simply an event? Am I responding to new information or am I reacting to the pressure that I'm feeling? And maybe most importantly, does this decision actually need to be made today? That last question has helped me more times than I can count because strong leadership isn't about always having a quick answer. It's about having the judgment, the wisdom, the discernment to know when to move decisively and when to give yourself and your team enough time to see the situation more clearly. So if you're navigating uncertainty right now, resist the pressure to solve everything immediately. Pay attention, ask good questions, look for patterns, be curious, and then make the decision when you have enough clarity to lead through it really well. And sometimes what we need most as leaders is simply the space to do that kind of thinking. We're just about a month away from the Building Champions experience this September in Sun River, Oregon, and we've got limited seats remaining. We created this experience to give leaders extended space to step away from the day to day, reflect on where they're at in life and business, and think intentionally about where they want to go. And here's the great thing. You get to do this surrounded by a bunch of other leaders, experienced coaches who are going to challenge your thinking. They're going to encourage you and they'll pour into you along the way. We would love to have you join us. If you want to learn more about Building Champions and the Building Champions experience, check us out at buildingchampions.com. Thanks, friends.